Hey, how's it going? Welcome to another Facebook Live. I've not seen you in a week or two. Beautiful sunshine here in the UK for a change. I've grown my beard a bit longer, which you may notice that. Not much else has changed. Enjoying the summer. You know, it's the school holidays here for my daughter Ava, so we've got one of her friends here staying over at the moment. We're just doing lots of cool and fun things. So I hope you're enjoying the summer too. Hope you're enjoying the cooler winter weather for my Australian friends. And today's live is all about you, as always, helping you make progress in your network marketing business. Specifically today, it's about how you can finish this year strong. And you may be like, whoa, Richard, it's still the summer. What do you mean? You're talking about Christmas, you're talking about New Year's. Hey, listen, we think about last New Year's. It doesn't seem like it was like 8 months ago, right? The end of the year is going to be here sooner than you know it. And I remember the frustration when I was younger in my career in network marketing. I remember that frustration of being like, damn it, I had such big plans and aspirations and goals, and I felt really good about them when I made them. And then here we are again, nearly at the end of the year. This was me thinking, November, December, and I haven't done any of these things. Like, why haven't I not done this? So prevention is better than cure. So instead of you getting to December and saying like, okay, let me see what I can do now, how about we put some things in place right now, immediately today? I'm going to give you some practical steps you can take. So if you've got pen and paper, definitely get that out. If you want to open a document, take notes, definitely do that, or a note on your phone, whatever. Just commit to memory, come back at the replay. So we can really make some progress now. And at the end of the year, imagine coming into December, November and being like, yeah, I was good. I feel good about that. I made progress. I've got something to show for that effort. I can finally have that belief and kick on from this foundation into January and beyond. Now, before I get into that, I want you to look out into the group on Monday. On Monday, I'm going to be releasing a survey for you that I'd love your feedback on. There's no cost involved, nothing to buy. So a few questions, literally take you 30 seconds. And for you answering that survey, probably about the first 20, 30 people, I'm going to give you something for free that I'm going to record after this live. So I'm going to record here in my studio. I've got a little studio box ready. I'm going to record a valuable training for you, and you're only going to be able to access that as a thank you for answering the free survey, which I'll put in this group on Monday. So maybe make a note in your diary or calendar. It's going to be a really good training, and it will be completely free. So that aside, let us dive into a game plan for you to finish this year strong. And as always, I will take your questions. Anything you want to know, anything you're struggling with. I wish I could get your feedback on that, Richard. Let me know. I'll give you a direct, open, and honest answer. There are no stupid questions, only the ones that you keep to yourself because you never get the answers. So here I am, willing to give you that help for free. So step number one, when looking at making big progress over the next few months to finish the year strong. Step one is to take everything that's in your head, we call it a brain dump, and put it on one big piece of paper, or if you prefer digital notes, one big document. It needs to be one. So I like using that way. I like using the whiteboard. I'm a very visual person, so I like to have all my ideas in one place. So I can just take a look and be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And do you see these? I did the wrong way again. Do you see these little orange little corners? This is hard going back to front. Do you see those little orange corners on the whiteboard? That is an app called Rocketbook. And the app is free. I don't know how much those little corner things cost me. It wasn't expensive. What you can do is, I like to use Google Drive. And what you do is you have an app on your phone, and I can take a picture of that whiteboard. It lines the little orange markers up, and it sends a perfect screenshot, not like a blurry photo, sends a perfect screenshot to wherever you want to back it up to. So any ideas that I dump out of my head, I'm able to put in the Rocketbook app, and it's all in Google Drive in one place. You can get notepads with wipeable pages where you can do the same. So that's just a little bonus piece of help for you there. But what I would advise you to do is step number one is take every project, every idea that you want to do and put it on a piece of paper. I want to rebrand my Instagram. I want to design a funnel. I want to start prospecting more people. I want to change my appearance to look more professional, right? There's going to be loads of ideas that you've got in your head. I want to start a social media account over on TikTok. I want to get into YouTube. I want to do 3 videos instead of 2 videos. I want to do reels. Like, there's going to be loads of things that you've got swimming around in your head that you're like, man, if I could do all these things, I could make some progress. So write them all down. Don't worry about the order. Don't no, be creative. Open that creative process up by listing all these things down, right? Then when you've got that piece of paper and you're like, whew, that's it. I've wrung my brain out. That's everything I can think of. What I want you to do is I want you to look for what is the smartest order to do those projects in, one at a time. Because from experience, I can tell you, if you're trying to do 2, 3, 4 projects at once, it's so hard to stick to the plan. Like as a society, right, we get easily distracted. So what's going to happen is if you start saying, well, I'm going to do this and this and this, what's going to happen is those projects are going to cannibalize each other. They're going to eat each other. Because you're going to sit down at your laptop, you're going to go, okay, today is rebranding Instagram, and you're going to start, and then a notification is going to pop up, or a thought's going to pop up in your head, or an email, and you're going to go, oh, I was going to do the funnel. Let me just do the funnel. Oh, actually, I was going to, let me prospect. Before you know it, you did none of those things well. You didn't drive any depth. You just smeared on the surface. You didn't really crack through. And what I want you to do, and what has to happen to get results, is you have to break through that. My favorite dessert is creme brulee, right? I love creme brulee. And you have that glazed toffee on top, right? That sugar. You have to be able to crack through that to get to the vanilla custard underneath, to get to the, I mean, the stuff is good too, but to get to that custard. If you just tapped slightly gently in 50 different places on the top of that, you would never crack it. You'd never even know there was vanilla custard underneath. You just, well, that was fun cracking away, but I didn't get anywhere. We need to actually drive some depth to get to what's underneath. And this is the same with you in your business with these ideas and these projects. You're probably trying to spin too many plates, and that's why they keep on crashing down. And sticking it in your head makes me feel, I don't know about you, if I have too much in my head, I struggle. It's like a bunch of slippery, like ropes that have been greased up. Every one I grab, I can't get no purchase. I can't get no tension on there, no traction. So we want traction in your business. Traction leads to progress. If you've got no traction, you're just spinning the wheels. You may relate to this, right? This is important stuff. If you may have seen these like car races sometimes, these drag races. It isn't just the amount of power and exertion that that engine can create. It's what power can it put down on the tarmac. Otherwise, the wheels spin. A lot of smoke sounds impressive, but it goes nowhere. This is probably you and your business. This happens to everybody. You know, this is a great realization to have. What actual power are you putting down and getting traction on? And this is a great way you can do that in one simple step. Brain dump all your ideas, then reorganize them and say, well, which one should be first? Because if you're saying, let's say on your list, let me give you an example here. Let's say you're like, oh, I'm going to create a sales funnel. I'm going to create a sales video. I have to think about what my opt-in page is going to be. You know, you've got these 3 or 4 steps. Now, what is the point in building a funnel if you don't have a video in which to send people to, or you don't even have an opt-in idea what you're going to bring them to the funnel with? So can you see how already if you said, well, first of all, I need to decide what this funnel is going to be for. Is the idea to get appointments in the diary? Is the final step booking my calendar? Is the final step buy my product, take my trial, join my team, send me a message? You need to decide, okay, what is that step so that you can then create the video, create the initial offer, and have the complete funnel. So straight away, if you can dump these ideas down, you will immediately say, no wonder I've been struggling. I'm trying to walk before I can run in this area. So put these in the best order and then focus on one project at a time. Now you may say, oh, I haven't got time for that. Listen, you need to make time for this if you want to make progress. This is how real business results are made. But also, no one's saying that each of these projects have to be like 6 months of each. One of your projects may be literally to redo the bios on your social media. That may take you 2 or 3 hours. All I'm saying is let's do what's right first before we move on to something else, okay? So that's step number 1, brain dump, reorganize in the best order. Step number 2 is to give each of these tasks and time allocation in your calendar. So realistically, look at the project. You've got them in the right order. When are you going to do it? This one's going to be the rest of August. This one's going to be the first week in September. This one's going to be the second week in September. This one I'm on vacation. It has to wait till October. So really, the reason we do this is, number 1, to make sure that it's done. What gets tracked and measured gets done. But number 2, it's to stop you getting that overwhelm and stress. Because if you feel this push, or constant push that you should be doing more and you need to do more, you end up, they say diamonds, pressure creates diamonds. It also crushes the shit out of most other things. So, we don't want to be crushed by our own self-expectation. Should have done more, should have done better, could have done more, could have done better. If you constantly have those feelings about yourself, that's not good. You can't breathe. You can't feel content. You can't content, not contempt, very different meanings. You can't feel content, right? You can't feel happy. What is the point in doing all this stuff if at the end of the day you're miserable and you're down on yourself? So you need to be able to say, okay, I'm going to do this now, and this has got to wait. This project has to wait. Now, just by doing that, it relieves a bit of pressure and you can not feel down about it because, hey, we're doing it in October. It doesn't have to be tomorrow, today, so I can relinquish that pressure from myself. Okay, so number 2, give it a time allocation. Then number 3, decide, make a plan of what has to happen. How are you going to measure the result in that? You need to be able to measure success. I'm going to rebrand my social media. Well, what does that mean? Does that mean you're literally going to change the filter on your photos? Does it mean that all the bios, the cover images, and the website links have to be updated? Does it mean the style of what you're going to post is going to be updated? Does it mean all of those things? Bios, pictures, style, the frequency you're going to post. Like, what is the measurement that lets you know you can tick that project off and move forward because traction has been created, momentum has been created? I'm going to build another funnel. Okay, well, what? What is that funnel going to look like? How many pages are going to go into it? When are you going to be happy with saying that is complete for now? I'm going to get into Facebook ads. Define get into. You're going to create your first ad. You're going to create your first sale through an ad. You're going to create 5 sales through an ad. You're going to get 10 opt-ins from an ad. You just want to learn how to use the ads manager. Get into. What does it mean? Like, you must be clear on what you expect, like the measurement of this, the quantifiable result, so that you can then move forward and feel happy. Okay. So 1 is brain dump, putting in the right order. 2 is time allocation. 3 is, okay, how are we going to, what's the measurement? What's the metric that we can say, yes, that project is ticked off. I'm happy to make progress and move forward. I'm not stacking pressure. I'm actually making progress 1 step at a time. Okay. And then number 4 is get to work. Like, there's no point. I know how fun it is, right? I'm one of these people. I love to plan. I love my whiteboard. I love, writing lists about things. I love making preparation. I love doing all this stuff. And then we get to that point where there's no more bells and whistles. There's no more filters. There's no more. My wife used to do this when we first got together. My wife and I, we were obviously friends first, boyfriend and girlfriend at school, at what would be high school for my American friends. We've been together since we were 16 years old. So I remember when it would come to revision time, and she'd literally spend 2 or 3 days because the revision was hard. She would be like, I'm going to buy, 15 different colored folders. And then within the folders, I'm going to use these different color pens. And then within these pages of these pens, different inserts and different labels. I've been revising for like 2 weeks and she's still yet to read anything or do anything. I'm like, you're just avoiding what needs to be done. Like, I know this stuff is fun and it looks great on a cabinet and you feel more organized looking at it. But like, hope is not a strategy. We have to, at some point in time, take a deep breath and jump in the pool. We've done all we can. We now have to test the waters. And if they're cold, that's okay. We can make adjustments. We can decide what has to happen. We went to the Lake District a couple of weeks ago. I jumped in the water the first day. It was freezing. It was uncomfortably cold, which you'd expect here in England. So what did we do? The next day we bought wetsuits, went back into the water, still cold, but wow, what a difference a wetsuit makes. I didn't realize. So what did we do? We got in the water, realized it was too cold, and made an adjustment. We needed another tool. We needed a piece of equipment. Maybe it was knowledge, whatever it is for you. You have to know. You can't, like, danger is real, fear is a choice. We wouldn't take this kind of approach if it was teaching someone to cross the road for the first time, right? They make a mistake, they die. Fair enough. With that, we say, well, we can't step out onto the road until we have at least a minimum level of knowledge and experience, and we're going to hold that child's hand and we're going to let them know the consequences, right? Fair enough. There's real danger there. But what danger is there really in your life from most of these things that you're putting off? What genuine danger to you is there really? There isn't any, right? If I get the branding wrong, oh my goodness, so the branding police going to come up, put you in branding jail for 10 years? No. If the funnel doesn't convert, okay, well, you're probably not making that many sales now to want to redo the funnel. So what is the downside? If we're all honest, the reason why we procrastinate is fear, and that's okay. Don't see it as a weakness. It's human nature. We're built this way. So fear stops us. It gets in the way. Danger is real. Fear is a choice that we choose to have. So we take a look at that action and we go, what if it isn't enough? What happens if I give it my all and it still doesn't make me any sales? Well, if I haven't built the funnel, or I haven't rebranded, or I haven't been consistent, what do we have? We have a little get out of jail free card, right? Well, I still haven't given it my all. So really, we don't actually know if I'm going to be successful or not. Because if I really give it my all, I could win. I could really win. We don't know. Like, if we want to win the race of life, we have to be in the race. And we don't always win the first race. Every champion in any aspect, business, relationships, sport, whatever, pick an industry, pick a vertical, and you tell me who's at the top, and I'll show you someone that failed more than anybody else. Not was born into it, not silver spoon. Very rarely do we see those people last at the top. They never developed the work ethic. They never developed the flexible, you have to work a muscle to build it. Consistency is like a muscle. Dealing with failure, bravery, these are muscles we have to flex, we have to use, we have to get sore in order for it to rebuild stronger. I don't know if you're familiar with gym work, but the underlying basic principle of building strength or building a muscle or building fitness in any sport is what we call progressive overload. You have to push yourself. If you want to improve, you have to push your body to the point where it says, well, that was a lot for me to deal with. I wasn't comfortable with that. I want to be comfortable with it next time, so I'll rebuild fitter and stronger. That is the foundation of improvement. It's how you build a muscle. It's how you build fitness. It's how you build anything, is by failing, falling short, and then you realize what the gap is to be rebuilt, what the adjustment is to be made. So if you truly want to finish this year strong, you're going to do the work that I've given you. And then when you get to the point where it's all in the calendar, it's all ready to go, you're going to have, I'm telling you now, you're going to have that moment where you want to redo it, where you want to distract yourself on a purpose, where you want to pretend like that on the sheet of paper is not really the deal, when you know that it is. And when you're in that moment, that is the moment that you are going to succeed or fail. That is the moment that I can't be there for. Just try and hear my words on your shoulder. But that is going to be a moment where you have to meet me halfway, and you have to bring your bravery and effort, and you have to be willing to be laughed at and fall short and bloody your knees. You have to be willing to face the fact that maybe right now, not forever, right now, your best in that area won't be good enough. But to tell you what it will be a revelation. You will learn about how far short you are. You will empower yourself to be able to see the gap that needs to be adjusted, the wetsuit that needs to be bought, the tools that need to be gained, the skills, the experience. Right now, you probably don't even know how close or far away you are from getting to your ultimate goal. I'm not just talking about dollars per month. I want to earn 10 grand. I'm only earning 2. I'm 8 grand short. Okay, that's one metric. I'm talking about in terms of your actions, in terms of what you need to bridge that gap. You probably don't even know, because you haven't given it your all. You haven't been organized. You haven't been consistent. You've been avoiding those things. So how about you make a deal with me right now that I'm jumping on here and giving you this value. I'm giving you this for free. How about you make a deal that if you really want to give me something back, you will go out there, and when you get to that point, you will push through. If you want to repay me, you push through. You'll go there and you'll be like, okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to make that commitment. I'm going to get this work done. Okay. So hopefully, was that valuable? Was that useful? Just under 20 minutes here. It's still a good chunk of time, but I see some comments here. Hey, Diana, how's it going? Great idea. Love the chance to be creative, but also organize all those thoughts. Helps with business anxiety. Yeah, it does. It does. Getting it out of the head onto the page, massive difference. Bongi, how's it going? Said value. Good. I'm glad you got value. Anybody got any questions before I kind of jump out here and record that bonus training, which I'll be offering you next week if you answer the survey. Look out for that on Monday. Anybody got any questions? Anything you're struggling with? Anything you're frustrated with? I'm not trying to recruit you into anything here, so you can ask totally honestly, and I will give you an honest answer. If there's no questions, we can end it there. I've given you a lot already, but I just like to make sure that you're looked after and you've got what you need. Okay, there's no questions here. I'll tell you what I will do. I will answer one question that I got in the group. Always great value, Richard. You're welcome. I will answer one question. I can't remember the lady's name. I believe it was a lady was asking me just not so long ago. It was about target market, and she was saying, I did a training last week on a live here in the group, and I was saying, hey, you really need to think about what you're offering and to who. And she was saying, well, what I offer my team members is different to what I offer my clients. I asked her a question, didn't get back yet. I was like, well, does that mean that you have two businesses? If you've got an opportunity and you do like coaching, something like that, what I would say when you're setting up your business, okay, is I would have one target market that you're helping achieve one big result or solve one big problem. And you can have different ways for them to reach that destination of that solution. I wouldn't have different people, different avenues, okay? So if I was to give you an example of this, let's say that I was a network marketer that had a bunch of weight loss supplements. And I decided that, because I'd lost some body fat, I wanted to stick to something that I got a result in. So I was going to help other dads over 40 drop body fat so they could feel comfortable, taking their kids swimming. Maybe that was something, right? So if I was doing that, I would focus my attentions on any of the business interests that I had would be to help that same target market achieve that same result. Anything I offered would be helping dads lose belly fat to feel more confident with their body and, feel more confident and have kids who are proud of them. My dad's fit, have that kind of feeling, right? So if I decided to then say, well, I've got my network marketing, products, I'm also going to coach this stuff. I would then be coaching that same group to that same result. One was supplements, another maybe online workouts. Another avenue of income may be an accountability group. Another avenue, maybe I partner with a fitness equipment provider and I package up like home business equipment that they can use to work out at home. So can you see how these are different roads, but they all lead to the same result for the same person? I'm saying, hey, you're a dad, you're over 40, you want to get in shape so you can feel comfortable on the beach taking your kids swimming, and you want your kid to look at you and say, hey, that's my dad, look how fit and in shape they are, right? If you want to get to that result, I have different options for you. If you want to take supplements, I've got them. You want to work out, I can do that. You want a whole home gym and work out at home, I can take care of that. What this means is I don't have to leave any money on the table, but I also am able to not complicate my marketing. Any content I put out, any Facebook posts, any YouTube videos, any podcasts, anything that I'm putting out there, I don't have to think about, what am I going to say? What am I going to do? It's all around over 40s dads, improving confidence, body image, losing belly fat. So I can stick to that topic and keep my life simple. What I wouldn't want to do is be like, okay, I help dads over 40 lose belly fat for confidence with my supplements. When it comes to the business side of it, I'm trying to focus on small business owners that want to get extra income from their small business. And when it comes to coaching, I'm coaching, single mothers that want to spend more time with their kids. And when it comes to this, do you see how would I even market those things together? They all cannibalize each other. They're all competing. Well, if I post about, how can I post from the perspective of a dad that wants to get confidence without alienating those other groups? Without those other groups going, what are you posting that for? It makes no sense. And this is a lot of you is where you fall down in your social media, promotions. You're promoting one thing through one angle one day, another thing through another angle another day, a third thing on the third day, and people go, what do you even do? Why would I even come to you? What can you even help me with? Again, there's no depth, just smearing on the surface. No one wants a smear, all right? No one wants a surface person. We want someone with some depth. Has anyone ever said, oh, I really, it was a great date. That person is so shallow, no depth, no genuine interest in anything. They'll just say whatever they feel you want to hear. Does anybody like that kind of person? Does anyone feel emotional attachment to that kind of person? No, we kind of distance ourselves. Something not right, don't trust them. So don't put yourself in that position by digitally doing that, by digitally looking like you'll just say whatever to make a sale. Think about the results that you've got. Think about the kind of people that would want and aspire to have those results. Market that to that group and market that result. You want to have coaching, you want to have affiliate deals. You know, I believe in that stuff. I believe in multiple streams of income, but it has to really be aligned with that group and that result to keep marketing simple. Because, hey, it's hard enough building a business as it is, let alone trying to build 3 or 4 that are competing with each other, right? So I just wanted to answer that question. I'm going to go tag that person in this live so I can say, hey, I answered your question at the end, okay? So if right now you have, well, what I'm looking for in a team member is different to what I'm looking for in a client, I would look for how you can align those. Well, can you not have clients who would also be open to being a team member or vice versa? And you may say, oh, well, you know, I don't know what to offer them. Simple question. What I did this is how I built my business. I had a network marketing opportunity, product, I had coaching, I had different affiliate products. I would simply let the prospect lead the dance. Okay, so, you know, okay, in your business, what describes you best? Number 1, you do not like the company you're in and you're actively looking for another one. Number 2, you'd like me to help you do better in the company that you're in. Number 3, you've seen some of the tools that I use to market online and you're looking to try and use those same tools. Which describes you best? And they would answer, well, Richard, I want you to help me do better in the company that I'm in. Great. I've got a couple of digital products that'll walk you through the exact, you know, strategy that I use to sponsor 750 people. I can share some information with you. Well, Richard, I really don't like my company. I'm looking for a new home. Great. I have a funnel set up that'll walk you through the information about my company and why it's great for network marketers. You know, I had 3 funnels ready: affiliate product, my own coaching and products, and my network marketing company. I had just simple 3 funnels. So all I would do all day was just sort. My content, my marketing brings people to me. I ask them one simple question. Didn't even need to ask them it. I sent them to one link which asked them the question, had 3 buttons. You know, they click. If you want to know which is the best way for how I can help you in your business, go to www.answerrichardsquestion.com, right? And they go, and that's not a real link. I'm just saying it's how easy it is. And it would, on the page, which describes you best, and then 3 buttons with exactly what I just said. They click the button, it sends them to the right funnel. Like, you're making this way too hard than it needs to be. And then they would literally put their email in the right funnel. Now they're in an email follow-up series. Now they get information. Simple. Then, so all I had to do was focus on that first step of bringing people to those funnels. And then from there on out, just tweaking the funnels as I went along, looking at the data, where can improvements be made? Where can adjustments be made? So you can easily have multiple businesses with the same audience. You simply ask them to make a selection themselves, or you ask them a question if you're doing it one-on-one, and then you know which information to send them. And, you know, it works really, really smoothly. And that's why we have one audience as well. You make a lot more money and you can help a lot more people. Okay, so I am going to go and record that bonus training. Look out for that survey on Monday. Make sure you answer that survey, and I will definitely send you that free training. It's going to be about going full-time in your business. So if you want to go full-time, that means replace your job income. Whether you want to keep your job or not, doesn't matter. If you want to have as much money coming in from your network marketing business as you do from any kind of decently paid job, so you can replace a job, you can bring someone else out of a job, maybe even work yourself, so both you and your significant other, or a mother or a father, brother, sister, someone who's helped you, if you want to get them out of their job, or just for yourself, then it will be a great training for you. Look out for that survey on Monday. I'd love to give you that value for free, the same as I've done here with this training. And I believe I'm probably going to put this training actually on YouTube and probably send it out to my email list as well. So if you enjoy this training and you're like, hey, that was really valuable, I'd like more of this, then by all means you can go to the link that is in the description. It's www.joinrichardsgroup.com. That is a real link. You'll see that link somewhere in the description, or the top comment I might put it in, or if it's on an email underneath there. You can join my Facebook group. So in my Facebook group, I do this type of training roughly about once a week. Answer your questions, pick a subject, give you some value. There's no agenda from me. I literally jump on, try and pour into an industry that's given me so much. I give it to you straight. It's practical information. Don't pull any punches. And I teach you exactly what's working in the industry right now, as my record of client success shows, and my own results show as well. So if you've liked this training, feel free to join my Facebook group. There's no cost to joining. And of course, recommend your team members as well. Like, I don't promote any network marketing company. No one else is allowed to promote network marketing companies in there. So it's all about being a safe environment for you to grow your business where you are now, do better, people in your downline, help train your reps better. So feel free to share this around and bring those people into the group so I can help them with value as well. As I always say, go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires than excuses. I hope to see you in the group again really soon. Look out for that survey. I hope you got value, and wherever you are, I hope you have a really fantastic day and that this was really useful for you. Bye for now.